I still feel it's very tough to do business on the ground in terms of that. And one thing which I've been very vocal about is in terms of the, like the role of the fact that you have weaponized the investigative agencies. I've been very critical of that you may do that for political purposes, but there are serious business and economic consequences to that. On the ground, we know it, that the fear now, once again, of being raided, of having the, like in terms of the power that the bureaucrats have got on that at the top level, they don't even know that in terms of how it's being misused at the ground level, what exactly is going on out there. I think that, the license, and the fact that, some of these agencies have been even more weaponized in terms of the powers they have, who they can call for questioning, how that can be done. Like all this may appear optically it's being done for anti-corruption stuff, but the real consequences on the ground. We go, we meet people, we talk to businesses privately, we do that. So I think that it's stuff like that I have much greater problem with. The macro management, I think, has been really good. The micromanagement in terms of why is it so difficult? Why is manufacturing as a share of the economy still stagnating, at 14, 15%? Of GDP forever, in terms of that. Why is foreign investment still not flowing in more the way it should be? Why is, in terms of domestic private investment not doing more? Because it's still the government capex cycle which has done a lot. I think that those are issues that I would like to see more to be done for. And as I said, that the great opportunity for us is that, in a way, is that China has clearly imploded, right? I mean, it's an economy that I've been pretty bearish on, as you know, for a while. And I think that the China story is done. Now, the debate in China is only whether...
When you say it's done, what do you mean exactly? Because there was a lot of talk around, no one's anywhere but China and so on and so forth. But that's not, it hasn't played out that way.
Exactly.
So yeah. What do you mean by
I think China story is done in a way, in the fact that I feel that the debate in China now is that can that in terms of can the economy still grow? Or is the economy headed for some sort of a property financial sector bust? That's the range of the debate. I think that the days when China could grow at even 4-5% are behind us, right? Because I think that's because its demographics, its debt are just totally against it. No country in the world can generate a meaningful growth when your population is shrinking. For the first time, Chinese population is shrinking. How do you generate growth on the back of that, in terms of that? And then the debt hangover that they have is incredible in terms of, how much debt they pumped up in the last decade. And they've created so much overcapacity across industries using this debt that it's very hard for them to grow out of this. So that's the debate as far as China is concerned. Plus, you have the added thing that because of geopolitical reasons and other things, that nobody wants to concentrate their bets on China. But remember, when China was booming and doing well, it was attracting FDI of 3-4% of GDP. Foreigners were lining up to get into China. I saw that in the 90s, in the 2000s. Foreigners just wanted to get into China, and they felt very secure and stable. That once we get into China, we know exactly what it is. In India's case, that's just not happening. That why are foreign investment lining up? It's, you can't, to attract foreign investment by talking to the top CEO of a top tech company and keeping him happy and doing that, that's just not the way it works. It has to be much more organic in terms of it. In China, the provinces were really attracting investment, going out of the way to do that. So the issue is that we need to think about those issues, about how do we do that, because, we can be happy with the current growth rate, which is 6 to 7%. On a relative basis, it's fantastic. At a time when the rest of the global economy is growing at 2 or 3%, maybe, it appears really good, when no other really, serious emerging market is out there. So on a relative basis, that's great. But remember, on this path, our per capita income is still less than $3,000. On this path, we are going to be, in terms of, we'll won't even become a serious middle-income nation in the next 20 years if we keep down this path. And people love to